So NEET PG 2025 has been postponed. I'm sure you have seen this notification by NBE, which was released just now. That in light of the Supreme Court judgment, we know that there was a case going on, and the Supreme Court ruled in favor of the students that the exam should be conducted in one shift. Now NBE has released that due to the exam being conducted in one shift, they need time, they need adequate logistics to prepare, and hence they have postponed to arrange for more test centers and required infrastructure, and they have not released the new date. The revised date they are saying is to be notified shortly, right? So first of all, what are my thoughts on this? Like, it's very surprising. It's it's sort of a given. What is a constant in NEET PG is that there will be delays, right? I think that is the new constant that has been happening since every year. Yes, the exam should be conducted in one shift. The students had been saying this since the last time. Uh, since the NB released NEET PG two shift, students have been saying it should be conducted in one shift. So they should have arranged for new test centers by now, but still okay. I think it's much more important that the exam gets conducted fairly, right? Rather than hastily and not in a fair manner. I personally welcome this decision that the NBE have decided to postpone this, right? It's better that we get a single shift fair exam, which is fair for all the students, rather than a two shift exam or a hurriedly arranged exam, which is unfair for a well prepared student. So I personally welcome this decision. It should have been better if NBE would have released the date also, because then the students get a clarity ki, okay, this is the date that we have to prepare for. But nevertheless, I'm sure in the coming week, in the coming 10 to 15 days, I think by 15th June, which was the original NEET PG date, they will release a tentative date, right? Now, the burning question, the elephant in the room is that what is the tentative date then, right? What is the date on which the new NEET PG will be conducted? Now, according to me, nobody knows, obviously. Nobody knows what is the tentative date. I can only guess, right? I can only guess. And my guess is frankly as good as yours. Now, personally, I feel that last year NEET PG was on 23rd July. So this year NEET PG will also be around this date. Tentatively, I am thinking around 15th July, if not July end. So either July end or 15th July. I don't think it will be conducted in August. लास्ट ईयर जिस 23rd जुलाई को फाइनल डेट आई थी, आई एम श्योर उसके अराउंड ही डेट होगी. सो लेट्स कीप दैट इन माइंड. नाउ व्हाट शुड बी द प्लान ऑफ एक्शन? So consider this as a blessing in disguise. You know, a lot of students, there are much more students who are poorly prepared as compared to students who are well prepared, right? So for you, it is a blessing in disguise. So use this time to strengthen your subjects, whichever subjects were weak. uh, it is the time to strengthen, and I keep on saying this again and again in my videos, that these 9 subjects are the most important subjects. If any subject in these 9 subjects is weak, this is the time to strengthen them, because these 9 subjects will have around 140 to 150 questions. Okay, अब strengthen कैसे करना है? कुछ भी देखो, अगर PYTs पढ़ने हैं, PYTs को मेन नोट से खोल के देखो, राइट? इन डेप्थ पढ़ो उनको, कंसेप्ट क्लैरिटी लाओ, न्यू गाइडलाइंस पढ़ो, ऑफिशियल गाइडलाइंस पढ़ो क्लिनिकल सब्जेक्ट्स की, बट मेक दीज सब्जेक्ट्स स्ट्रॉन्ग, राइट? स्ट्रॉन्ग सब्जेक्ट्स में अगेन आर नोट्स, या अगर आपके पास एनोटेटेड BTR है उसको फॉलो करो, इट्स वेल एंड गुड. Now what should be the schedule? Now I personally say that irrespective of your postponement, since the new date is not out, you take the date as 15th June, because till now in your mind you had planned 15th June, right? And so all of your study strategies, your videos, your motivation was directed for 15th June. So don't waste that. Don't let that go to waste. So follow this last 15-day strategy. If you've watched my previous video where I talked about the last 20 days INI-CT strategy, last 15 days, this is the strategy that I made on, yesterday on the YouTube live session that I took for PW Meded in YouTube live. A lot of students attended that. So this is the last 15-day strategy. If you want to follow this strategy, you can follow this strategy. If you want to make your own strategy, that's fine. But stick to your 15th June timeline. That is my personal advice, because at least you will be over with one revision by then. And the next date will be released around 15th June, not before that. Now, what else to do? Should you take a small break? Well, I would say that take a break after 15th June. If you want to take a day or two off, that's fine. But don't take a week or 10 days, 2 weeks off thinking ki jab new date aayegi then we'll start studying. No, new date will come around 15th June. Don't waste that time. Now, for you guys, if you don't feel like studying, we have a NEET PG marathon by PW Meded. It's going live. In fact, my session is today at 6:30. So all 19 subjects free for all important topics, rapid revision course, uh, going on till 8th June. You can attend it live on PW Meded's YouTube channel. And what about GTs? Now, GTs, yes, try giving weekly GTs now because we don't have any official date as of now. Keep a GT at 15th June, because that was the tentative date of the exam, 15th June, sorry, not July. You had a NEET PG at 15th June. So give a GT on 15th June, and this GT prepare well. Prepare like this grand test is your NEET PG exam, and so your last 15 days should sort of mimic this GT. So give a GT on 15th June. If you want to give a GT prior to that, that is fine because we don't have a new date with us. This is the date that we are dealt with, right? So these are my first thoughts on the NEET PG postponement. I personally believe the exam will be towards 20th July around because it takes a month or around 1 month to arrange for new centers, right? Uh, Please mention what are you feeling. I know a lot of you are frustrated with NBE. I am very frustrated with NBE. Every teacher is because they don't care about students. I know last moment changes if they're new now. So talk to me in the comments. Whatever your problems are, talk to me in the comments. I'll be happy to answer them. For now, that's all from my side. All the very best for your upcoming exams. Please don't stop studying. If you want to take 2 days off, that's fine, but let's get back to studies from tomorrow. All the very best and bye bye.